This time around, we're starting a brand new series, Team Size Limit Nuzlocks. To start it off, we will Nuzlocke Pokemon Red, the Gen 1 game, with a team consisting of only one Pokemon at a time. Now, we are allowed to change our team, but all Pokemon except for our lead are considered to be in the box, which means we cannot battle or use HMs with them. Also, we can only switch our lead Pokemon in a Pokemon Center, because that is where we can access the PC. Now, the optimal starter for this is 100%, no questions asked, Bulbasaur. It's quite incredible into the first 4 gyms, which is perfect. However, we decided to give some love to Squirtle instead, because we kind of feel the turtle did not see as much love as it deserves in our previous videos. We catch a couple of early game guys like Spearow, Rattata, Pidgey, and Weedle, but all the way up to Brock, it's up to the turtle to solo everything, which it does. Now, Wartortle is definitely able to solo everything until Misty, but it runs the risk of overleveling her a Starmie, which would leave us without a usable Pokemon, so we make sure to level up Rattata and use it for some of the battles too. This way, we can do the entirety of Route 3, Mount Moon, and Nugget Bridge just fine. The scariest part of this challenge is that any death is considered a reset since we only have a team of one Pokemon at a time, meaning everything must be dealt with carefully. Once we get to Route 24, we have a fateful encounter with an Oddish. At level 21, Oddish evolved into Gloom and already has access to Sleep Powder, which proves great on Misty. In Gen 1, Sleep can last up to 7 turns, allowing us to put each of our Pokemon to sleep before chipping at it with Absorb, making the fight pretty easy. After a quick and easy SS and split in which we use the power of Raticate enhanced with the Body Slam TM, we managed to get HM cut and thus are ready to face Surge, the 3rd gym leader. Now, Surge is usually not a threat, as a ground type like Diglett will take care of him. However, we know that Diglett, Geodude, Onix, or even Nidoking would all be useless in this part of the challenge even if we had them. Why? Because while they all beat the electric threat of Surge, none of them come close to beating the grass type threat of this. If we go back to the Pokemon Center after we cut the tree to change our party order, the tree will spawn back, ensuring we must use a Pokemon that learns Cut for Surge. And no, Diglett does not get cut in this game, but fortunately, Gloom does. We quickly dispose of Voltorb using Cut, then put Pikachu to sleep before restoring our HP on it with Absorb. Raichu will also be put to sleep, then cut down to Oblivion. So far, so good. We then make our way through the rock tunnel using Wartortle at level 27, and don't forget to catch a Geodude in the process, which will prove useful. Notice that due to how this challenge works, it is only worth it to use the most optimal Pokemon for each section, which is why we are not mentioning a lot of our encounters, as they are, unfortunately, not going to be involved in the run. After getting to Celadon, we buy a Leaf Stone to use on our Gloom, giving us our Erica protagonist, as this gym also needs Cut to access. Now, the astute observers among you might wonder why the heck are we asleep in the start of the fight, and well, that's because we just were too lazy to go back and heal Vileplume after it got put to sleep in a previous fight after it poisoned a gym trainer's executor. That aside, the fight goes on smoothly as once we wake up, good AI will take effect and force Erica to spam Poison Powder with both her good Pokemon, giving us a free win. After Erica, the next level cap is a whopping 43 for Koga's Wheezing, meaning we can level up Blastoise aggressively to drown out all of the competition until then, including Giovanni 1, without fear of getting into a pickle. Once we save Mr. Fuji, wake up Snorlax, and get into Fuchsia, we can go into our next gym fight. For Koga, we use Graveler, which outspeeds some of Koga's Pokemon and hits very hard with Earthquake. More importantly, Graveler does not mind getting hit by a crit explosion from Weezing, making the fight safe for us, and opening the rest of the map thanks to being able to use Surf out of battle. We do not waste any time, get on the back of our trusty Blastoise and go straight into Cinnabar Island, not to fight Blank just yet, but to throw our Super Rod right into the ocean, reeling the most important Pokemon of the entire playthrough, Staryu. Starmie will be our main Pokemon for the rest of the game. We give it a moveset of Surf, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and Recover, and head into Saffron. If you were wondering, yes, we can guarantee getting a Starmie by getting Magikarp and Goldeen and fishing in all of Cinnabar, Route 20, Route 21, and the Death of Seafoam Island and exploring duplicate claws. And now that the star of the run is here, time to have some fun. Sabrina's first two Pokemon go down without much of a fight to Surf spam, and while Venomoth was a one-shot with Psychic, we misclick and go for Surf again, letting it Stun Spore us, which is a massive mistake. If we get unlucky with Paralysis on Alakazam, we might get PP stalled with it spamming Recover. After trying for several turns, we figured that a better plan would be to paralyze it ourselves with Thunderbolt, which we managed to do, and from there we get lucky enough to win. This would have been much easier without that misclick, but hey, a W is a W. What will not be hard, however, is the next two gems. Blaine is deleted from existence by Surf, and so is Giovanni with his ground-type Pokemon. Even Rival 6's Alakazam is not that threatening thanks to our level advantage. That means after getting through Victory Road, for which we use Blastoise's access to both Surf and Strength HMs, we are finally at the Elite Four, with a Starmie, 4 Full Restores, an Ice Beam TM, and a Dream. Can this one Pokemon beat 26 in a row? Let's see. We start off by spamming T-Bolt against Lorelei. None of her squad is a threat until Jinx, but come Lapras, we could get extremely unlucky with Paralysis and Confusion. We do get paralyzed by the first Body Slam, but fortunately no full para. We're free to go to the next fight. Bruno is a joke. We just spam super effective moves until all his squad are down and move on. Agatha's team should be pretty doable for us, especially with her entirely random AI. We click Psychic, but then whoops, not only do we not kill, but we get put to sleep. That is very unlucky, as her clicking Hypnosis is random and the accuracy of her status moves is 20% lower than normal. Agatha manages to damage and confuse us while we're asleep, but we wake up right on time to recover, connecting through Confusion before she manages to kill us. We saw out Confusion as much as possible with Recover, and finally snap out after she switches to her Golbat, which we destroy with Psychic. From there, most of her team is a one-shot with Psychic. The final Gengar is not, but it only hits us with Nightshade before falling. That Gengar does not have Hypnosis, so it's much less of a threat than the first one anyway. Now that we have no Psychic PP left, we can teach TM Ice Beam replacing the move, right in time for Lance. Gyarados is a one-shot with Thunderbolt, and Dragons fall to 1 Ice Beam apiece, while Aerodactyl dies to a single Surf. That's the Elite Four, which only leaves one battle, our fateful encounter against the champion's full team of 6. Can our Lone Star do it and get to the Hall of Fame? Only one way to find out. Pidgeot is never a threat as it falls to our Thunderbolts, but next is Alakazam, who's always a threat. It hits us with a Psychic that might be weak but manages to lower our special stats, which counts for both special attack and special defense. That is incredibly bad. We like to keep clicking Surf and manage to crit right after, but we will have less firepower during the whole game as we do not have anything to switch out to. Rhydon is still a one-shot with Surf, but Gyarados survives even a 4 times effective Thunderbolt after the drop. It goes for Hyper Beam. If it crits, it's all over. Thankfully, we're spared this one time. We make sure to recover on Arcanine before beating it with Surf, leaving only Venusaur. We click Ice Beam, and we crit! And just like that, with a team size limit of 1 Pokemon and one of the hypest Elite Four runs on this channel yet, we complete our challenge. Tell us in the comments what we should do for the future gens, and as always, like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy life.